Yeah. Do your shit, man.
これはステップブラザーズのポッドキャストです。
Turn up.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Wow, that's very racist.
Man. Did you see what Miles said on Twitter when I was like that little basketball kid?
I don't even want to.
Yeah. Well, that introduction was brought to you in Parks by
Google Translate.
Google
This is the
Translate.
StepBrothers podcast in Japanese.
Yeah. It's your host with the most, Kris Minor, aka Dino Spumoni, extra cheese and pepperoni, aka Talk to Me Nice, aka Young Kris Kringle, the gift that keeps on. What's good, Dalton?
Just keeps on. Doesn't keep on giving. It just keeps on.
It just keeps on.
Perseverance.
What's the song? I can't. It'll come to me later. I told you that Adderall, baby. My mind's moving. My mind moved like a Tron bike. What's good?
What's up? I was gonna do my introduction in Japanese, but I don't want to spaz you out.
Spaz me out, man.
Because you're on the Adderall right now.
No, come on.
It's not that.
How do you say your name in Japanese? Daltino.
What the fuck? No. Why you being so racist, bro?
That's what all anime sound like that. Bro, I love Japanese, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, nice.
In
nice.
Japan,
That's
I
good
say I
say.
love Japanese. Japaneses. You don't say Japaneses or whatever.
No, the Japanese, man.
I was making a reference to Tropic Thunder when he was like, "You don't say." I think it was what? How do you say your name in Japanese, man?
Darutan Sumisu.
How you say my name?
It's gonna be Kurisu.
Karisu. Yeah, I'm finna change. Tell me how to spell that shit. I'm gonna change my Twitter handle. We got a special guest here, young Jay Jones, straight out the projects. How you doing, baby?
Doing well, man. Glad
This is so fucking proper now. You are so different from when we first met.
I grown up, man.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
He's a dad.
He's a dad. Double dad. Double dad. All right, man. I ain't playing on music. I just want to get straight to it. I knew Justin was gonna be here. I'll start off at the top and then we'll go to the bottom, I guess. So I was watching I was doing a lot of YouTube research, like all this gang shit and like random shit. Like I just fell into, you get on YouTube and you fall into like.
Is this your
book.
speech that you gave at his wedding right now?
Oh wow! Do you know, bro? Okay, let's put a pin in that. I don't know. Did we ever talk about this on the podcast? The speech?
No.
Okay.
I hope not.
Look,
Well, we're about to.
we have two weddings we're going to this in the month of November.
Yeah.
Our sister Katie and the homie Doug. Shout out to Doug and his lady. For whoever's going to be the best man at Steph's wedding, whoever's going to be the best man at Doug's wedding, hear me.
Hear me now.
Hear me now. Do not try to freestyle your wedding speech, because if you're not cold with it, it will be a disaster. Capital D, capital disaster. All right.
You gotta be able to freestyle like me.
Yes. Now, Pete, the night before Justin's wedding, I think we got back from rehearsals, right? Like we had to do something at the church.
At the church, yeah.
So all the fellas, me, Justin, Dalton, Ridge. I'm sure Kris was with us at that time. Shout out to C Theus. I'm sure there's other people there. We all went back to Dawn's crib. Dawn had a crib out Joe Pool Lake, you know what I'm saying? We all used to go over there. We used to fall in there. And randomly, we're drinking apple cider beers or whatever. I remember this.
Yeah.
So randomly, we were like, okay, let's just start watching YouTube videos. I think we watched like Will Smith, all his videos, like Big Willie style, all that shit.
Yeah, because we were making fun of Good Jiggy.
Yeah, and somehow we fell into Agtown fights.
Yeah.
Right? And we watching them. Right? Like we're in there like, oh shit, I remember this one when he came out. So I'm sitting back looking amongst my fellow brothers. I was like, man, look how simple life is when you really love who you're with. Your boys. Like, we drinking, we're drinking beer, but whatever. We're watching Agtown fights. This is just cool. And my man's finna get married tomorrow. This is easy breezy. Like, he ain't nervous. He ain't shitting himself. He not crying. It's like, hey, you know what? So, but mind you, everybody's been asking me like, you work on your speech? You do the speech? You gotta do the speech? I was like, I got that shit. I got that shit. And that night, I thought I had it. So I'm going to get up there and I'm just talk about how genuine our friendship is. You know what I'm saying? So we go through all the motions, you know, before the wedding happens. You know, actually the wedding happens and we all go to the reception area. We eat. People doing this. Dalton's DJ. He's the DJ for the night. So he making announcements and shit. I'm sitting at the table. Diamond was my date at this time. And I just remember looking at her like, this is going to be bad.
And y'all had been going to the car.
Yes.
To get the
So
Henny.
before
Yes,
we
that's
went to the reception hall, me and Ridge went to the liquor store because the first question you ask when somebody's getting married is it open bar? Like, fuck y'all marriage. Not for real, but I was just saying. I'm just saying.
Open bar is expensive.
Yeah. That's the first time I ever heard that.
Yes.
I think you're the first friend I've had that got married, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's not
before, like my family members, they didn't drink like that. So it was like, or I was too young to realize there was an open bar. So the first question I asked, like, open bar, is like, man, no, this was expensive as shit. And I was like,
That's
all right, don't worry, we gonna figure something out. Reg is in the Beamer, his first Beamer at this time. We go get the liquor store, make another stop. Had to go see the plug, but whatever. Going to see the plug might have been where the mistake lied.
There's a lot of mistakes.
I was too riled up. So I was sitting there, mind you. We kept going to the trunk of the car because we couldn't bring liquor inside of the reception place. So I'm like sitting at the table again, looking down. I was like, it's gonna be bad. I've been outside at least 3 times. So they're like, all right, now we're gonna have a speech from the best man. Everybody clapping, and I'm like, I get up there, and I instantly,
He looked rough as hell, boy.
I was like, yeah. Pretty much how I talk.
Yeah, you're like, how you doing?
Yeah, how's everybody? Let's make some noise for the bride and groom. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to them. Bride and groom. I'm at the bride, you know, the parents, y'all did a beautiful job raising her. Me and Justin, we've been friends for a long time, been through a lot together.
There was a lot of uhs, and pauses.
But this is the thing, bro. So Justin's friend group is mixed because he went to South. So there's a lot of people there that I didn't know. And the people that I did, you know, obviously the people that I did know, like we're all spread out there in the on the floor. So I'm trying to look, I'm looking in the crowd and it's a bunch of blank faces. I thought I was killing that shit. I was not. I was like, yeah, well, shit, we watched Act Fights last night.
That's where it went
That's
downhill.
where I lost it. I was like,
but I was trying to tie it together, like, you know, like what I said.
I know, but you never got to that point. You just you were like, we sitting there watching Act Fights and
drinking beer. But I was nervous. Let me say that I was extremely nervous. I thought the drugs and the liquor was gonna cut that, but it didn't. It actually added to the anxiety because I'm like, damn. They probably think I'm high or drunk.
Everybody stared at you.
Bro, it was horrible. So,
as bad as it was, it could have been worse.
Okay, cool.
Like you could have went into some stories from.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it could've been.
I really, bro, in my mind, I was going to tie everything together beautifully. I just never got to that point. I guess I was trying to be too long-winded as I usually do. But yeah, Doug, Steph, make sure your best man write that shit. You might want to proofread it before too, just in case, because if your best man anything like me, that's just gonna be horrible, man. I'm trying to save you some time. Dalton, I thought it was gonna be his best man, but it was Jawan.
There was no best. There was no.
But yeah, they didn't do that. But
we didn't have a bridal party.
Yeah.
I was my best man.
Yeah, you had your own back.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I freestyled my vows, baby. Off the cuff.
Yeah. All right.
I wrote my shit down.
In the heat.
I had to.
It was hot out there.
Yeah.
Everybody's phone was like
overheating and shit. Man, weddings are a beautiful time, man.
They're a lot though.
They're a lot. And like I said, we got 2 to go to in the month of November. So I'm looking forward to that. That means 2 suits for me. I ain't re-rocking those suits.
Nah, they ain't. I'm gonna buy one for Katie's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of my other ones
For Doug. Doug, I'm finna step out at Doug's way because I might catch me one out there.
In the same month, man. That's expensive.
Yeah.
You gotta know where to go, baby.
No, I was gonna wear the baby blue one too. Doug's wedding.
I feel you. Yeah, that'll match your eyes.
It's my birthday, too.
But yeah, you got to
His
feel.
one is on my birthday. The audacity.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Well, it'd be easier to remember the rest of my life.
Yeah. Your anniversary's coming up. So to get back to the topic.
Yeah. Well,
I was down this rabbit hole on YouTube, like we were on Justin's Footing Day. And I rewatched Nipsey Hussle's interview on The Breakfast Club.
okay.
So Charlamagne and Nipsey they were talking or whatever, and Charlamagne brought up Lauren London, because at first Lauren didn't like Charlamagne, and then Lauren stepped to Charlamagne, and they became friends, and she suggested him this book, and he said he couldn't remember the name. So Nipsey went on and said, "Oh, it's The Way of the Superior Man by David." I do not know how to pronounce his last name. David, hold on. David, Don, you speak Japanese. I'm sure you can speak.
Just let me see. It looks like David Dita.
David Dita, The Way of the Superior Man. And he said something that I was like, okay, I got to read this book. And I don't read books. Matter of fact, I tell you.
He didn't read his book. He listened to it.
Okay, yeah. I did go to the store to try to find it, but I couldn't find it. But my brother, when we went to Mississippi last week, that's why we didn't have a podcast last week. I had to go to the funeral. Rest in peace, Peaches. My brother had the Earl Simmons book.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, but it wasn't facing up. So I was like, oh, Dad, Mom left her book in here or something. So I was like, and then I turned it over. I was like, Earl Simmons? This ain't my mama's book. I look at Alex. I'm like, nigga, you read?
Jesus.
Bro, I was like, wow, you read. I was so
That is fucked up.
I was swearing to God,
read?
not like that. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I didn't think he read, but he reads. And so he was in there too. I saw where his bookmark was. I was like, okay, you actually reading this motherfucker. You're not like LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? Always on the first page.
Highlight pages and shit.
He ain't do all that.
Notes in the margin.
But that'd be wild if he wrote notes on DMX. He growled 17 times on what these bitches were.
And he's like, felt that.
Yeah.
25 names.
Yeah. So he said that Lauren also told Nipsey about the book, gave him the book. So he was like, any woman that gives this book to their man has to be secure with who they are, because this book is really heavy. And I was like, damn, it's just something about what he said. It resonated with me. So I was like, man, I don't have any other hobbies right now, like other than like music. Let me pick up some books. Like, let me try to because let me be the first to tell you, if it wasn't a school assignment, I was not picking up a book, like nothing. Not even, I'm listening to everything on Audible right now, but I wouldn't even thought to do that. But I mean, I listen to podcasts, and there's not too much of a difference from the podcast to Audible. Like, there's nothing you have to adjust yourself to. So this is perfect. I work. The book was like, how many hours I said it was?
Like 4 hours or something?
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 hours. That's like a work shift for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I could get through this book. So shout out to my mom, because I used her Amazon account for the Audible. And she had 12.
She had credits loaded up.
Yeah, she had 12 credits, and she only had one book.
That means she, because you get a free credit a month, that means she's been sitting on it for a year.
Yeah. So
Gold mine.
do you want to know? Do you want to guess what book she had? The only book she had?
I'm scared.
I already told you, but do you remember?
You told me?
Yeah. It's the Bible, read by James Earl Jones.
That sounds fire though.
Bro,
That sounds fire.
She had this on cassette when I was a child.
Yeah.
Imagine James Earl Jones talking about the
Birth of the universe.
revelations.
Yeah.
The
That'd be
scariest
wild.
shit ever.
I bet, yeah.
The scariest shit ever.
The sky will
Yeah.
open up.
Mufasa's telling you that the goddamn the moon's gonna turn red and all the animals is gonna go crazy and shit. That's wild. But that's the only book she had.
That's such a mom choice.
Bro, what? So
Damn, the Bible free.
the Bible is 17 hours and that's how many minutes she got
That's
left.
shorter than I thought.
17 hours and 50. That's what she has left.
Oh, left. Yeah, it has to be like 30
Oh no,
hours.
that's chapter 1. Yeah, 17 hours and 16 minutes.
Wow.
But anyways, so Dalton put me on some books as well.
Yes.
But this The Way of the Superior Man. So I finished it last night, or I finished it last night.
You said yesterday.
At work. Day one, I mean I listened to quite a bit of it, but it started hitting everything on the head. Like the book sounds like it's like this like misogynistic type of thing, but it's really not. Like the very first thing that he tells you is that a man has to master his feminine and masculine energy. You cannot, it's not going to work in any facet of your life without mastering both of those things. Most men think they got to be masculine all the time.
Correct. Yeah.
Or there's men that are feminine all the time. Not gay or anything, but just, more passive and don't stand up, don't drop don't hold their nuts or whatever.
Just kind of walk with their head down.
Yeah, So you have to have a mixture of both. And then he explains it shortly in the workplace, but he really dives into it with relationships and how to handle your woman sexually when she's upset, when you're upset, if you see another woman you're attracted to, how you handle these things, right? So as he's breaking all these things down, I'm starting to like go back in my mind and realize, I went wrong right there. When I saw the girl, when I was in a relationship, I should not have fucked her. Like I shouldn't have cheated. You know what I'm saying? Or that's not the way you're supposed to argue with your woman. Like you're supposed to smooth things over. Or even the sex shit was like, bro, even if your woman tells you to nut right now, do not do it, because deep down, you nutting is about control. She wants to know that you have control over yourself. So this shit's heavy, man. I suggest every man read this book, or listen to it. Like I said, on Audible. It's opened my mind to a lot of shit. Like I've never thought about. I never even took a step back to like realize. And the main thing, another main topic, which I wanted to ask both you gentlemen about, because I'm pretty sure I think I know y'all's answer. Because he asks the question, what's your purpose? As a man, like, what is your purpose? If you do not have purpose, you don't have anything. But then he said, you will never truly be fulfilled in your purpose. So, and you have to understand that as a man. So, so like in the relationship, from a relationship standpoint, you can feel like you're on the verge of being done with your woman for whatever reason. You going to go be with another woman is not the answer to that problem.
Correct.
So he's basically telling you, stay there, work the things out with your woman. If it's like minuscule shit, like if it's like an attitude adjustment type thing or whatever, stay with her. If it's something bigger than that, obviously leave. So with the relationship, the purpose thing or whatever, right? So he was like, you're never truly going to be fulfilled as a man. Like, that's just what it is. Like, there's no amount of success, no bitches, not even having kids and shit. Like, you're going to always want more.
Yeah.
But
that's human nature, though.
Yeah. But the thing is, you got to find like the median and be okay there. In a sense, that's what he was trying to explain, or at least that's what I took from it. Yeah. But the fact that he said you'll never truly be fulfilled in your purpose, that threw me off, because I thought it was like, obviously we watch our favorite basketball players or musicians or whatever, and like the Kobe and Kanye thing, more.
That's a perfect example.
More. And it's like, well, I'm the best already. Like, how better can I be? Like, that's bingo. So I mean, on an even keel level, like, what do y'all feel like y'all's purpose is? And the reason why I said I feel like I know what y'all gonna say, because y'all both are married, and all that jazz. So I wasn't gonna put you on Front Street, but anyways, what do y'all feel like y'all's purpose is?
Like,
if you haven't,
at my house, it's pretty simple. I gotta be the foundation. Like, it's kind of old school approach to me and Teresa. I'm the head. Doesn't mean she's behind me. Right.
I gotta set the tone. Like, if I come home from work and I have a bad day,
I bring that home, it's bad at house. So I gotta set the foundation for all things, like financially, spiritually, communications. So I have to be the foundation.
Other white guy?
Yeah, I mean, mainly, what, we're all told is to be the provider, the man provides.
Yeah.
But I also, I think my purpose, honestly, especially being in an interracial marriage, I think my purpose more so than providing, doing what Justin's talking about is also to educate. I think it's very important, especially since my kids will be mixed.
Yeah, can't escape that one.
Yeah, so I think it's important to educate them on, kind of how the world works. I think it's very important. And also just, I think a father should always be, or a husband or a father should always do things better than the previous generation. So I want to improve on everything my dad didn't do.
Right.
100%.
So I want to make sure, like, because I hate when people are like, "Oh, my kids are gonna struggle like me." Why? Why did people want that?
Right.
It's so I don't want.
Backwards.
I don't want my kids to know any kind of friction. I want them to be like, "Yo, my childhood was dope.
Yeah,
Like, my dad took
yeah.
me to fucking Disney World for no reason." Like, that's the type of shit I'm trying to do. Really, I just want to have basically fun with my.
You
my
should
life.
want to challenge them so they understand, like, to overcome stuff like that. But like, I don't want you to know, like, oh, lights get turned off or something.
The
like
home
that. No.
life shouldn't be difficult.
No,
Like,
hell no. Hell no.
Of course, they're gonna have targets they need to hit. Like,
Yeah.
if you ain't doing good in school, like you're gonna lose some shit.
Right.
Like,
100%.
but I'm not. But if you want a Happy Meal, I'm gonna get you a fucking Happy Meal. We're not gonna
Right.
be like, no, when I didn't get Happy Meals.
We got burgers at the house.
Yeah. I mean, it'll happen sometimes. Gonna be like, we already passed McDonald's. We got burgers at the house.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna ask before we get right before. we get. It's gonna happen. But I'm talking about
Generally speaking, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm gonna make it as fun as possible and just, have a chill life.
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, I don't know what my purpose is yet. I think I'm having a internal battle with becoming what you good fellows here have become, and still holding on to that. Because at first I thought music's my purpose. Got to be, my last name's Minor. God damn it, it was written like I was supposed to do music. But then it's like the older I get, the less what's the word I'm looking for? The less it attracts me like that. As far as like the process of making music and putting it out and going through all those things. I mean, making beats is something that I found later in life. So I'm still very excited to make a beat and like, what I'm saying? But as far as like me rapping and making beats and coming up with like concepts and putting this shit out and shooting videos that never come out and all that other shit, like I'm like, I don't think, so realizing that for me, like, damn, I thought it was music. Like what else is there? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find that. And, obviously the flip side would be, working man, hard working man, like my father before him, or his father before him, and the marriage and the kids. I have such great examples in my life. I say that all the time, from Mook to Alex to y'all, even Katie and Steph, who are not yet married, Jaleesa and Ryan, just the dynamics of the relationships, seeing that they can actually work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of being on social media and see how they don't work, because these people argue over the dumbest shit on Twitter about relationships, which we don't have to get into. But I'm still trying to figure that out, and along the way, I'm picking up habits. Whether they're good or bad. I don't know if these things I'm going to hold on to, but yeah, I'm in a weird. I like it because it's growth and it's uncomfortable.
Right.
Like just the smallest shit that I would do. Like, when I stopped talking to the last girl, usually I would already, I'm on to the, but now I'm like, I'm good. I'm just chilling.
It's good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see where that goes, see where life takes me, who God puts in front of me. Even something that small, like me being able to kind of deep breath, exhale, and just step away from it and just see it for what it is or whatever. I think that shit's dope. But also, not knowing what's next is kind of fun and uncomfortable too. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's just, that's why I like telling you in the car, just whatever happens today, as long as it's spontaneous and it's safe, you know, I'm down because I don't know what's going to happen. It's like driving. And that's out of my control. I am itching closer and closer and closer to like saying, fuck this shit. Lyft is too expensive. I'm finna start driving. Like, for real. I've had those thoughts more so now than ever. So,
I mean, you got your first plane ride.
Yeah,
You knocked that off the list.
Yeah. But yeah, that book, man, The Way of the Superior Man, I like I said, if it worked wonders for me. As far as like opening that door to those questions and trying to find those answers.
I mean, he knew who he was writing the book for.
Yeah. Great book, man. And like I said, Nipsey was he mentioned it, and like I was drawn to it. So in my adventures of finding things to read, Dalton had passed along some other great novels that I'm going to recommend.
Yeah, they're not novels, but
man,
they're
this shit longer than 3 hours, it's a goddamn novel, man.
I'm saying they're mostly autobiographies and shit.
Something about reading that I didn't know how fast people actually get through those thick ass books. Like you said, your mom could read like
she can read a book a day.
And your wife as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know niggas read like that.
Yeah, me neither. Me, Taria picked up reading, and like now she going through like books.
That's correct, bro. Because that takes a different level of focus. We're so like
yeah, and even if you look at the narration versions, like even if 11 hours seems long, like still within a day's span. Listen to a full person fucking verbalize a book.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm looking for the shit because I had it in my queue. Oh, sorry. So Dalton told me about this book called Open, which is by Andre
Agassi.
The
tennis player.
The tennis player.
Yeah.
It's 18 hours and 4 minutes. Now, Dalton explains this book to be, let me see if they got a description.
They do. Scroll down. Yeah.
Summary from Andre
Bad man.
Agassi.
I'm going to say Andre Degrassi because that's what that looks like to me. One of the most beloved athletes in history. Wow, because I never heard of him. And one of the first gifted men ever to step onto a tennis court. A beautiful, haunting autobiography. Degrassi, incredibly
Wow.
rigorous training begins when he is just a child. By the age of 13, he is banished to a Florida tennis camp that feels like a prison camp. Lonely, scared, a ninth grade dropout. He rebels in. Oh my God, I'm not reading all this. Wait, it's just because it was a book and I'm not reading this. It's funny to me. Rebels in ways that will soon make him a 1980s icon. He dyes his hair, pierces his ears, dresses like a punk rocker. By the time he turns pro at 16, wow, his new look promises to change tennis forever, as does his lightning fast return. That's all I'm going to read because it's very long. But basically, Dalton says the very first, what's the first shit he say in the book?
The very first thing he says in the book. I thought this would work well for Kris because a lot of the stuff that he did when he was younger matches Kris. Like he dropped out of school, all this other stuff. No, I'm serious.
No, yeah, I did do that.
I'm serious.
Twice.
Like
you got a record.
Like there's stuff in there that I think would parallel with Kris's life, and it's not really about tennis either. It's more of like his mentality on playing tennis. Because the first thing he says when you open the book is, "I hate tennis." That's the first thing he says. Like, and you're like, bro, Andre Agassi's like a grand champion, and he's like a superstar in tennis. This man made so much money, won so many things.
That's like Michael Jordan saying,
"I hate basketball."
I hate basketball.
Yeah. So, and then when you go through it, like it's basically just like his mentality, like I hate it, but why do I play it? That's kind of like the whole reason for the book. Like, why am I still doing this? There's the part in the book where has all these, he's already an adult. He's won all these trophies. And he smashes every single trophy in his trophy case. Like he just goes ballistic. And it's interesting to read that type of shit because like it's always the old that you don't ever know what these people go through at home, even with all the accolades, money, and everything. Like there's still something like inside you. And that's what that book's about. And I think that will work well for Kris. Especially he wanted some like more mental books, and I was like, that's probably one of the best autobiographies I've ever like read. I've read Jay-Z's. I've read all these other ones. That one's fire. I gave him also my second favorite as well,
which is
the Miles Davis autobiography.
Yes, sir. Narrated by Dion Graham. I can pronounce that. And obviously it's Miles Davis. I wasn't made privy to Miles Davis really. I might have heard his name in passing, but Dalton really was the one who told me like about Miles Davis and how who he was. Yeah, like
his importance,
the drugs and how talented he was.
Yeah.
With the jazz.
He's
music.
a little crazy too, though.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. I still haven't watched the film with Don Cheadle, but it is on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's not, that movie's not really like a biography. It's like
right.
There was like it's supposed to be in like the part of his life where he went on the hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like what he was doing in between.
Still interesting.
Yeah, it's not like true, but like it is mad interesting.
So yeah, those are on my reading list. I'm gonna start those when I get back to work tomorrow. If they give me the praises.
If you have Amazon Prime, Audible is free for 30 days. You can get one free book no matter what. So check it out. And this is without being sponsored by them. And they do podcast sponsors all the time.
Yeah, holler at us, Audible.
Audible, what's good?
I don't think we cussed in the first 2 minutes. They're cracking down on shit like that with the YouTube views. I study this shit, man, for real. The first 2 minutes, you cannot cuss. It'll fuck with your algorithm.
Shit, next episode I'm saying fuck the whole time.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Fuck the algorithm.
Fuck the algorithm. Yeah. So,
I have another topic that kind of falls in line with like self, because I really want to know how y'all doing, man. Like on the inside, right? I don't know. I think our guest last week or the week before last, I asked him something.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I would assume.
I went blank.
Something about self.
Yeah, but either way.
A lot of the
A lot of
the episode was about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to him about like how we don't like, as in we, like me and Dalton don't like put all our like accolades out there, like everything that we've done, like from the smallest of small things to like the grandiose things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, we mentioned we go on tour like almost every other podcast, but we rarely talk about the shows. We talk about the chick at the store,
fucking Portuguese.
Yeah. What store was it? Was
American Apparel.
American Apparel in New York, or the Cleveland show. Like we talk about like what we did,
like
not while we were there, right? And then, so I was thinking last night. Okay, so when I get off of work, like they lock the store down, so they have to like put the code in, walk you out or whatever when you're leaving. So I have to wait for a lift or whatever. So there's this rock like on the corner of the street. I walk to that rock every day and sit there away from my ride. So that's why I smoke my cigarette and I just sit there, start thinking, you know, trying to begin to unwind. And it's a long thing. I'm gonna tie it together.
Wow,
it's not long, but
surprising.
Pause. But I was sitting there thinking like, man, when I went to Jackson for this funeral, every time we go to the country, I film it, because I say in the last 3 years for sure, people have been talking about buying land and like growing stuff on the land.
Stuff, yeah.
And I never, that it didn't register to me until I just went out. Well, it really didn't register till Corn DM'd me and she was like, you tell that story every time you go to the country about building that barn and doing all that. And I was like, well, yeah, that's just important. And I get new followers like often. So I want people to know where I come from. Because a lot of the shit, I was talking to this young lady the other day on Instagram. She was like, well, all you really posted are your podcast clips. So I don't really know what's going on outside of the podcast with you. And I was like, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? So I start to, you know, let these things set and fester and think about them. So when she said, yo, you tell that story all the time, I was like, yeah, niggas is just now talking about buying land. My dad owns part of that land, which in turn, when he passes, may that be another 50 years or whatever the case may be. That land will be passed down to me and my brothers. And I'm like, yo, like it's already been working. I never had to think about it. It wasn't like a urge to get up and start doing it. I don't know why I never thought about it. But at that point in time, I was just looking out there. I was like, bro, this is a lot of fucking land. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 houses on that property. And you could build at least 12 more. You've been out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. It was like horses out there, and they're telling stories about how the hog was as big as this room, and they used to have to slap the hog. Once a hog get too big, you cannot kill it. There's like a thing. I don't know why, but like if a hog get too big, you don't kill that hog. And telling all those stories, and I was like, man, that's super important. So to tie it back to our accolades things, something like that, where it's like you're not flexing, you know, by saying, yo, we done great stuff in this world. You know what I'm saying? In this time, we've added to this shit. And we rarely speak on it. I say we, and I mean this about all my friends really that are active, like creatively or whatever ventures that they are in. Like rarely do we sit and talk about like, yo, man, that WWE contract we signed that summer was crazy. And niggas be like, wait, what? Like, you can't even begin to understand because and everybody's like that. Like you, Ryan, he don't talk about like how many dope photos he done took and shot and shit. But it's just weird because I know I brought it up when we were talking to our guest last week, the week before last. Like a lot of people do everything that they conquered is now a post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got signed to Def Jam. I mean, something like that. Yeah, I guess. But whatever. I'm just like, why we don't do that? And I was like, I get being humble and all that shit. But if the information is not there, then these motherfuckers won't know. And I feel like that's a part of our legacy. You gonna tell your kids about the shit we did, right?
Yeah.
You feel like you gonna tell your kids?
100%.
I don't.
I feel like
I'm not a big broadcaster though.
Yeah, but
we broadcast every Saturday.
No, I'm talking about like
Yeah.
on social media. I don't post to be like, man, I just had Whataburger.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
All the things me and my wife did yesterday.
It was nasty.
Like I don't like, or like I don't just post pictures of myself.
Right.
I don't really care. There was a wise man that once told me that real G's move in silence like lasagna, and I took that to heart, baby. I took that to heart because, like, if no matter what, if I say it or not, the deed has been done.
Yeah, the cake has been baked.
I don't need any affirmations or congratulations from anybody.
Okay, I feel you.
Because
people who need to know.
yeah, as I'm saying, like
I also feel that.
my wife congratulates me and my friends congratulate. There's
Yeah.
nothing else I need. I don't need a random person to be like, yo, that was cool. If someone hits me up off the genuine after listening to probably like, yo, the episode's great, I'd be like, oh, I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. But like I'm just saying, I don't need to broadcast myself and be like, y'all don't know the things I've done out here. Like,
But you don't think that the things that we do and we are such average Joes, you don't think that will inspire the next average Joe?
if we're doing a job, it already should do that. I don't need to broadcast it.
Well, I just feel like a lot of things go unnoticed because they go unsaid. And I think some things I'm not looking at this the way I used to, a couple years ago. Like there's a top spot and that's only, room for
Well, then what?
Yeah. I used to look at shit like that. But the world has gotten so much bigger since then. And I would be naive to think that little bubble I was operating out of is it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, social media is just not my thing, man.
I know. And but then I think about that shit too. I'm like, damn, Dalton, even Riz not being on social media anymore. Like I'm on that shit every day.
I'm there to laugh. I just want to see a
look
funny
at
video.
stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
really engage.
But if I see something that I feel moved to quote tweet or retweet or whatever.
Now that I do.
Yeah.
But
But I don't know, man. I just see Well, look, I'm looking at it from a different perspective
I
as
just want to
well.
laugh, or if it's the chance to enlighten or educate, I'll do it. But
Right.
that's all I'm there for. I'm not there to be like,
Because
y'all should have seen the steak I fucking ate yesterday.
well, we talk about that, but I'm really talking about our crafts. Really.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
cool, but I mean,
Because
it depends. It depends on what you're doing it for.
yeah,
right?
we're trying to gather an audience, and I feel like they need to know. Look, we not, this ain't just some, rinky dink. We got 100. I didn't even say what episode this was when we started.
Nah.
Yeah.
157, 8.
Hold on.
How many times have you ever been right about?
I've been right a couple times.
A couple of times. This is 153.
Okay, I was definitely wrong. I'm in the future though. But yeah, that thought in particular keeps coming back to me because I see it so much, and it don't seem like, back in the day, if you, especially how we were raised, right?
Yeah.
If we got a new pair of Jordans or whatever, we know morally we can't go make fun of the kid that's wearing K-Swiss or whatever, right? We just wearing our shoes because we like them and we're blessed enough to have them. But
The shoes speak for themselves.
right, type shit. But with music or anything you're doing in the arts, I feel like you have to sell that shit. And I feel like
So what would you do differently though? I'm not understanding like from what
the main thing is the approach has to be not ours, because I don't want you to think like the way you're operating is different. But in my mind, this podcast is good. And we could make we could no, but I was trying to say it's you can buy into it, like it's a business.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Chris.
And the music is a business. Like
Yes.
if nobody's there to sell it, it's kind of I know this.
Yeah.
I don't promote my albums or anything. I don't put any budget behind
Yeah,
it.
the only thing
I know it takes money.
that's all I was gonna say.
I know.
No matter what I do, it's gonna go into ether. So unless I pay
Okay, so
to get
we're really having a money.
marketing and advertising and things like that, you can't do anything without that.
We're really having a money talk. Yeah, I was talking to Vance about that the other day. He called me, talking about he found A&R Pretty Girls Love Trap Music for 2 Chainz. It was a woman, I forgot what her name was, but he said she won 2 bands, or it might be more than 2. Yeah, 2 bands, because we paid like 15, right? Yeah, a month, right?
Yeah, it was a month.
She won 2 bands for, and this the thing. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like you supposed to like promote shit for like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So she wanted to be paid for, or 3 months. I'm sorry, not 3 weeks. 3 months.
It's a 90-day plan, generally.
Right.
Yeah.
But she wants to get paid for the 4 straight up. So you can't pull out at the last 2 months in, right? And I was like,
That's smart on her behalf.
yeah. And Vance was like, man, I don't know. Because I was like, look, I told him straight up, you believe in this album, pay the money, because the money will come back. I said, as long as your kids are good, you able to clothe, feed, shelter, pay I can't do math, but pay it. Whatever that's going to total out to
2
be.
bands a month.
Yeah, for
many months?
4 months. That's
Eight
eight.
grand.
Yeah, pay it. If you believe in the music, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, there's always a cost attributed to the marketing. But a lot of people don't see that type of stuff because, like, you're like, oh, this YouTube channel is great, but you're not seeing all the advertising they're paying for, all the other channels they're popping up on. Same thing with podcasts. Same thing with music. If someone is signed, all that stuff is being taken care of for them.
In there.
We need to have a shot counter on here.
Oh, that'd be tight. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. But see, it's all a money thing. But
Yeah.
I have other shit to worry about right now.
Yeah. That's why I said
I'm trying to buy a house.
I'm not attacking you by saying this.
I feel attacked, bitch.
I'm sorry, because that's not my purpose. I don't see. I don't know, but that's another story because I'll go on that all day. Okay. Oh, I had a story time for y'all. I don't know if I want to tell it. I'll save it for the end. Dev's birthday is on the 31st, so we want to give her early happy birthday.
Day after this episode comes out, Dev's happy birthday, Dev. You Tasmanian devil.
Yes, that's exactly. If she was anybody, she'll be that. Goddamn it.
The fiercest woman I know.
Okay, I was talking to Ryan yesterday. I don't even know how I want to start this because we're going into music now, like music that coming out. All that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. But we were talking. Okay, so the Baby Keem and Kendrick song came out, and let me be the first to say, me alone, I think I gave them niggas like 7,000 spins.
He hasn't stopped.
I haven't stopped listening to that song. It felt so fresh. It's epic. It was big. It was like rejuvenating. It reminded me how lazy we've gotten as rappers. I just gotta put that out there. A lot of us, me included, they got lazy. Me switching the flow 13 times. As simple as that beat was, it switched 3 times. Kendrick is, I was literally in awe. I watched the video at work at 2:00.
It's cool, and it's also I like that they're actually family.
Yeah,
that
makes
cooler
it
too.
real
yeah. I called Zach today. I was like, bro, that was supposed to be us, but you decided to be a trapper. We could have did that, but
No.
Yeah, Zach.
No.
Yeah, Zach
one
was.
song.
It was either soccer or trap.
Yeah.
There's no.
So yeah, the Baby Keem and Kendrick song phenomenal. Baby Keem has made a believer out of me. I liked his older work, but
Yeah, you were a little skeptical.
I was skeptical. And then, but this, I was like,
You in?
This nigga different. I told Ryan he's definitely Super Saiyan 3 right now. That song. I didn't want to give him God yet because I need to see if he could do it more than once.
Yeah, because Kendrick's still there.
Yeah.
So,
But the song is great.
yeah,
So in that conversation, we went to the Kanye thing. You know, Kanye just had his third
Yeah, the one
and
in Chicago.
hopefully final
boy was on fire.
listening party at in Chicago at what's the field called?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. Rebuilt his mom's house, the whole nine. Marilyn Manson was there. The baby for some reason. Took Jay-Z off the song, which I'm very upset about, but I don't even want to talk about
It
it.
hurts.
But in that conversation, we were just talking about like how ahead Kanye is and him coming out with the little splice device or whatever, the splits.
The stem player.
The stem player, very cool. Miles already purchased his. That's a flex for Miles. Let me
Hell
drop
yeah.
a bomb. Drop a flex bomb. But that conversation led to Drake.
Okay.
And we were trying to
Naturally.
we were trying to decide like, well, because I was like, I don't remember. There's never been a time Drake was finna put out an album when we hadn't gotten a single. So I was like, I don't know how that's finna work for him, especially with all the shit Kanye's
But
been
he's
doing.
been feature heavy. Kind of. Did that triple
So-
read and
so what are you
then
trying to
the
say,
Smiley.
Kris?
What I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if Drake's just gonna come out sell Kanye and all his antics thus far without a single to let us know what the direction is.
Drake's gonna Drake.
Does that matter for Drake? I would disagree.
Well, because of their little back and forth, yeah.
I would
I
disagree.
think that's enough.
I think Drake has enough star power. I'm not talking about just apples to apples, but I'm saying he has enough star power. If he dropped Beyonce style, drop out of nowhere.
Oh yeah. I think he'll get. I think upward to 325.
People would be like, "Oh shit, Drake's out."
Yeah,
People
We saw what
literally-
Care Package did, and it was all re-released
yeah.
songs.
People literally, they're both one of those artists where
Yeah.
if something from them fell from the sky, you'd be like, "Oh shit."
You think upwards 325 for Drake?
Man, I don't even
You
know
don't know
numbers
about-
because streaming numbers is nuts now.
Right.
So it's hard to say. I just know that it would do numbers regardless. It's fucking Drake.
I know that Baby Keem record got over 3 million views already.
People have been waiting for Drake's album because he said it was supposed to come out last
Like
fucking
January
fall and
and
shit.
Yeah.
So
But then that conversation led to, because Ryan didn't really say like his music has been. He basically said we already know what we're going to get from Drake.
yes,
So it's not too exciting, I guess, for Ryan. And Ryan, I'm sorry if I like botched your explanation, but because he brought up the dark Lane's demo tape or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that Deep Pockets is cold. I don't know if you heard that off that album.
Yes.
So I was like, bro, that beat's so crazy. That beat took me back to like playing Mario Kart 64 like during the winter time. Like I don't know why, but that song does that to me. It takes me back to that. So my question for y'all, do y'all have any current songs that take you back to like a very like nostalgic, aesthetically pleasing time in your life?
Yes. What a Time to Be Alive, that whole album.
Mm-hmm.
Takes me back to being on the block. Like,
yeah. So you listen to that today and you'll be right there.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
What about you?
I'll still never forget that we were having a conversation in the car literally a day, like 2 days before that album dropped. I was taking you home. What time to be alive?
I
literally said, I said, man, Drake and Future need to do an album together. And literally, it was like, they're doing an album together. I was like, holy shit. That was such a weird time. And we listened to Scholarship so many fucking times.
And I rock
Kentucky Blue on these hoes. Yeah, it's crazy because Drake has a lot of those moments for me as far as like thinking back. Like if I listen to it, it'll take me right back. I remember me and Ridge were like, he's going to drop If You Read This Is Too Late. Like we knew it. This is back when he was fucking with Jimmy. Jimmy's like, he's not gonna drop that album, bro. He's not gonna drop it. If he dropped that album, I'll buy both y'all Rudies.
I remember this.
And he dropped it, and we still ain't got our Rudies. But obviously, Watch the Throne.
Oh, 100%.
I think me, Chaz,
that's a long time ago, man.
and Morris pulled up to your house.
New shit.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking about because you're tied to this. You was finna step on your love, man. I brought people that you did not know over to your dad's house because you had the CD, or did you have the record?
I pre-ordered it on iTunes. I bought both, but I pre-ordered it on iTunes so I can get it at midnight.
Oh yeah, so we went to Dalton's house.
Yeah, we went to your house and we listened to the whole album in your room, but it was like old school style.
Yeah,
because we were in Dalton's room on the side of your bed, not the side you walk in on, but the other side, and niggas was sitting on the floor, niggas was leaning out the bed. And the radio was right there. I remember like we were all like hunched over
I had my computer turned up.
Yeah, we was all hunched over that shit, man. And I was like, man, like you don't get moments like that anymore. Like maybe because we got older or whatever. But yeah, definitely. Another song, Blurred Lines. I hear it. I go right back to my grandma's birthday. Right back.
I love. That's a good one.
Yeah.
They lost so much money.
Yes, Marvin Gaye don't play.
They sued the pants off them boys.
Yeah.
Man, that's a new song that makes me feel
like a new one,
like a nostalgic. Like I said, that Deep Pockets, like that vibe of that song takes me back to sitting crisscross applesauce on the big box TV, playing what bit was those games? I know you know, like the bit of the Nintendo 64 games. They're like
it's 64.
Is that why it's Nintendo 64?
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, you're lying. That's why you do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Nintendo 64-bit console.
I am blown.
There would literally be no other reason for it to be called.
Bro, I just was like, that was a clean ass name.
So like a Super Nintendo.
They couldn't name it Nintendo 65. They probably could have. I would have bought it. Did you see like the Nintendo had the event and they gave everybody a cigar and a Nintendo lighter?
Oh yeah,
that looks tight.
That lighter is cold.
No, if you look at gaming shit from the 90s, like the little gaming conventions, they used to have some crazy shit. When
that was recent though.
When Donkey Kong Country came out,
yeah,
they built a fucking treehouse at the convention and a whole jungle for the game.
A game called
Donkey Kong Country. That's 90s.
Man,
but I don't know.
Cause you know,
Todd the Creator's album.
Yeah, where did that take you to? Talk to me.
Yeah, that one definitely felt like. So I was like, oh, this is like some shit I would definitely be bumping back in high school.
Quiet as kept, and maybe Westside Gun did this on purpose, but I just listened to his recent release.
Yeah, Hermes.
I didn't finish it, because I went on break and I was like, let me pause it, and I just didn't go back because work got super hectic after that. But it sounds like it sounds to me like it's really, really inspired by oh my God, MF Doom, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean New York, man.
That the way the beats are chopped and all that
Yeah.
shit, it really sound like it was that, and you know, I was impressed by that. I think he's putting a lot of his artists on. I didn't recognize a lot of the features. Obviously I know Mac Homie.
Stove God.
And I think Boldy James is on there. Obviously Wayne's on there.
Boldy James been making some good music too. But Mac Homie gives me MF Doom vibes though.
Yeah,
because his whole like how it presents things.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot of
and
MF
how
Doom.
he raps.
Yes.
To he approaches the beat
just
very
like
different.
the one that you used to love, like you played all the time.
Play
like,
stupid games,
win stupid prizes. Like
yeah.
that is kind of like an MF Doom-esque song.
That sample's so crazy. I used it twice. I was like, I said it. I'm gonna use it again.
I was looking through my library. I was just like, man, like like Larry June gives me more like new style Currency vibes. Just the way he just be rapping and shit. Man, I've been on so much jazz lately though.
Yeah.
So it's just,
where does jazz take you when you listen to it? Like, what does that do for you?
Man, yeah, it kind of like just gives me like kind of like that feeling where like the song could be 9 minutes, but I'll be like, oh man, I made it to work. Like I feel like I floated there.
Yeah,
it's like kind of puts me in a different space.
Oh, we talked about that with our guest too. Like how jazz is very segue.
Yeah.
So and we said that's how life should be, because like you taking a route to work and that might be construction. You got to go another way, and then right when you go the other way, the tempo might pick up or slow down.
Yeah, jazz will always zig when you think it's gonna zag, and then backwards. Like it's but I like I said, I always get what people like don't like jazz, because it's a very chaotic type of music. Now there's regular jazz, there's smooth jazz, jazz fusion. A lot of stuff now is like hip hoppy type jazz. They'll add like 808s and shit into it.
What was homie name? Masego?
Masego does like he calls it trap jazz, which I think is a very apt description, because he does like R&B, rap, jazz, trap, all in one, and he can play any instrument as well. So I think he does whatever, because his lyrics don't mean anything. Like there's nothing going on.
It's more of just about a feeling.
It's a vibe. Yeah, yes. It's like,
oh shit, I
need to see him live.
I told you this, but it's very funny. It's a segue, but it has nothing to do with that.
Segue.
I've never been the one to like listen to music while I'm having sex or whatever.
Okay.
So I was having relations with this young woman maybe a year or so ago, and she's a huge Masego fan, and she just had his music playing while we were doing it.
So he was saying Tadao.
Yeah, Tada.
And you were in there?
I was like, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like I was talking to Domin about this the other day. I was like, bro, I think when I watched Don't Be a Menace in the Hood while drinking your juice, and that little sex scene came on, and he was like biting her toe and like all that,
burning the candle on
all that shit. I was that was such a it turned me off. I was
that
like,
was the point,
I was like, bro, I don't want to listen to music while I'm having, like, I don't know why those two things correlate, but that ruined it for me. Okay. So I've purposely only listened to music one other time. I had to make a playlist, see if it'll help me last longer, and it did. Big cap, no fakey. But yeah, Masego's dope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can segue into this next shit. Yeah, I pretty much. I mean, a lot of this shit was like compiled into one thing for me. I gotta write my thoughts randomly. Do y'all feel like y'all? Well, never mind. I already said that. All right.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay. So the moment we're here for. See him on the wall. You know,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Turn up.
they just dropped the trailer for Spider-Man: No Way Home.
The one that everybody's been waiting for it.
I must say, blew the socks off this place, man. I was
Number
I
one
was,
watch trailer of all time.
of all time. Beat Endgame, right?
Beating Endgame is nuts.
Yeah, 'cause
in
like
the first 24 hours,
yeah, it was.
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They're almost at $500 million on a trailer.
No, I definitely watched that trailer twice.
So, what was the most eye-opening part of the trailer for you?
Oh, well, I'm gonna be completely. I mean, shit. Peter fucking up the spell, man.
Mine was
Green Goblin, the ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one and when the what's his name?
Well, he was already confirmed, so he did surprise me. Like,
Right, William Dafoe. Shout out to William Dafoe.
No. Alfred Molina, the octopus.
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Because he
yeah,
was
yeah.
confirmed already, and
And they had to de-age him too.
And Jamie Foxx. They were confirmed when the movie was like first announced.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "What the fuck does this mean?"
Sinister Six, baby.
But yeah, which I don't want to get my
Hopes up.
because I don't know what this movie's gonna be.
Right.
So I don't want to assume anything. But
Smart.
We know the Goblin's bomb is in that bitch. We saw it and we heard the laugh.
Yeah.
The other Spider-Men are still rumors at this point. They're not
Right.
confirmed.
Well, JB Smooth, God bless him.
Still though,
He kind of spilled the beans
that's
a
still
little
not
bit.
a confirmation for me.
It's a confirmation for me. JB Smooth, his name is JB Smooth. That nigga
Okay.
he ain't no cap, man.
But
Yeah.
anyway, I don't, like I said, I'm not getting so I think this movie is going to be, just from looking at it, obviously he goes to Doctor Strange, hey, change this shit. I don't want to be Wanda
Right.
no more. I want them to forget who I am.
Which I was okay. If you can remember what our predictions were for the film prior to seeing the trailer, because I remember mine. I thought that both Spider-Mans were going to come to this timeline.
Be like, hey.
I'm actually Spider-Man. We helping our boy out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, he's not Spider-Man. It's a joke. Haha, it's me.
That might be how it ends.
Could be, but I didn't know. Now seeing the trailer, it debunked that immediately because I even forgot about at the end how he did they show okay, correct me if I'm wrong. When Mysterio put the video out, did it show Peter in it without his mask on?
Yes, the footage was edited.
Right. So okay.
And he was like, because it was like, do the kill order. And
Right.
And then he was standing above him while.
Yeah. Okay.
So it looked like he did kill.
Right.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so that should have already debunked my thing, I guess, because they already seen him in action, I guess. Not really, though,
Yeah,
right?
they showed him a mask. Yeah, but
In the suit, but, that could have been.
so he goes, hey, Steven,
Yeah.
made them forget, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like Doctor Strange wouldn't just be loosey goosey like that.
So there was a theory somebody's controlling Doctor Strange.
That's not real.
But I don't know the comic books. I don't
But
know what
no.
timeline that would go under.
Yeah, but
I also don't think he would wear a bubble
No,
coat in
but-
his
Yeah.
cape at the same time.
But Steven, the thing with Steven, whenever he's presented with a new type of spell, he's like, I do want to try that though.
Right.
Because he likes to experiment. So
Right.
he's like, I do want to try that. And then he said it, he's like, Peter, we saved the universe together. You can call me, you don't have to call me sir. Like, he's basically saying like, yo, we said whatever you need, I got you, bro. We didn't
Yeah, we didn't.
we vanished. We
we'd-
vanished together.
We'd have been in war.
We died and came
And
back.
yeah, we vanished together. So what's
They
up?
did both die. Yeah.
So, and it's probably problematic for him too that all this shit's happening. Like his homie, like
yeah.
Like now the world's like a spectacle.
But it's interesting. The comics was Civil War. The movie and the comics are slightly similar. It was Captain America versus
They're
Iron Man,
barely the same.
but Spider-Man was pro.
He was on Iron Man's team.
Yeah, at first he definitely switches because Tony's going crazy. Both of them were wild, but
Yeah, he reveals his identity.
Peter is he was the first hero to reveal his identity
He
because
was like, "Fuck all this shit. I'm Peter Parker.
yeah, I believe
What
in
we
this
doing?"
shit.
Yeah,
But what ends up happening is similar to what happens in the trailer. Mary Jane and Aunt May, that they people running up on him. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. But what I do find interesting is that Doctor Strange says, "Be careful what you ask for, Peter." Like,
yeah.
Nigga, you was there. You knew what he was asking
Yeah,
for.
but we don't know when he says that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's editing.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be in that part.
I know.
Because
but even though putting that
like I was
there.
gonna say, the trailer looks like Spider-Man is running away from Doctor Strange partially through that trailer. When he's doing that train shit, he's like running away from that motherfucker.
Yeah, 'cause it would look weird.
Then when he pushes his body out of him, he's holding like a box. Because I think Peter's trying to do some stupid shit, which he usually does. And
Yeah.
Steven's like, "Yo, you have to relax."
Homie wasn't wearing the time stone either. Oh, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the Iogmato, yeah, the stones are gone.
Maybe that was in the box. Maybe that's what's in
I don't
the
know.
box.
It looked like a. I don't know. He's trying to do something, and he's like, "Yo, you need to relax."
You gonna fuck this shit up.
Yeah. So
And
more
I'm guessing he did fuck it up.
because the only thing he was like, "What about my friends?" Just tell him again, bro.
Yeah, see,
Stupid shit.
when me and Doc-
but it's so Peter because he's dumb.
did you watch the first season of The Flash, the show?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay, it's cool because it's Tom fucking shit up, right? So that first season, I think the big bad at the that was like mid.
It was Reverse Flash.
Yeah, the big bad causes a big ass tidal wave. Barry has to run back and forth to like push the tidal wave. He ends up running so fast that he ran back like a week or something.
Yeah.
But at that point, he had already told Iris, like, look, I love you. I'm the Flash. I'm gonna fix this. He goes back a week and she doesn't remember anything because it was a week prior.
Right.
And obviously, the way Jay Garrett, like you said this, the way Jay Garrett in that show explains time travel is a broken cup. You try to put it back together, it'll fit, but it won't be what it was, which is how the timeline is.
Because then when he tells her back then, she's like, "I got a boyfriend. What the fuck wrong with
Yeah,
you?"
fuck you, nigga.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
So, I found it interesting that those two things were. I just felt like, how would Peter know that? What would that have effect about their relationship though? Just because she doesn't know that there's. But I guess he told her
But
I
this-
love you
thi-
while he was
this isn't
Spider-Man.
time
So
travel though. He's just basically wiping the memory of that.
yeah,
moment.
but I mean, it's still similar in a sense though. No, like when he stepped in the circle to say, hey, I mean, I want my friend to know, and I want my girl to know, and I want Aunt May to know.
He's like the spell doesn't work that way. He can't pick and choose.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Because
spell.
he said the spell was going to make every single person not in that circle forget who Spider-Man was.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah. That,
So of course the movie would have ended in 10 seconds if they
Right.
succeeded. So, of
right.
course-
plot armor is what they call it.
Yeah. So, but obviously this is going to tear up fucking hole
Everything.
through fabric, and then the multiverse shit, which happened in Loki, is going to open all the way up.
It's gonna be awesome.
And
Fantastic Four is slated for like 2023. So
so
Hopefully they get this one right.
don't answer it.
make sure it wasn't anymore.
But yeah, I mean,
Talk about Dr. Wong's exit
yeah. So
in the trailer. You know, he
Yeah.
was getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
yeah, so Wong is going to be in Shang-Chi, or I'm sorry, Shang-Chi. That correct way to say it. But he's going to be in that movie. He's fighting the Abomination in a little magic tournament or whatever. So in the portal he opens, it looks like he's going to like China. So people think these movies are running parallel at the same time because he's leaving to go to that tournament while this shit happens to Spider-Man.
You think Daredevil's going to show up?
I don't know. I don't think so because Kevin Feige really didn't like those Netflix series. So even though Daredevil was the best one,
It was really good.
It was good.
I don't know. I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool to him
Yeah.
to be the lawyer or whatever.
yeah.
I think it would be, but for people who don't know, it's gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right. And then,
Then also they have a She-Hulk series come up.
Well, she's the lawyer for the heroes.
and I think that would be a more apt place for him to show up.
Yeah.
But
It's a show, so it's still canon. So she is our Hulk's cousin.
correct, it's
Yes.
because he's gonna be in it as well.
Word.
So, because it's something like he had to give her a blood transfusion at one point, and then she gets but she's always Hulk. She
Yeah,
can't.
she does. But
she can't
she's smart. She's smart though.
Yeah,
still.
she keeps
She's
her,
not-
but she never can revert back. It's always.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
want to see what that feels like though.
yeah, but I wanna okay. But yeah, no. This one has the potential to be like top 5.
Oh,
for
facts.
sure.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy money.
There's like honestly in my head, there's like they would have to royally fuck up for this to suck.
And that the only way they'll fuck up, and now and depending on how great the movie is, the only way they'll fuck up is if they don't show the Spider-Mans.
But that was something we created ourselves.
Yeah. But
I'm just amazed that they're still going on this run.
Because
Like, just how long are they gonna keep this going?
shit, we know for
as
sure
they
until
say,
2023.
you keep going till the wheels fall off. So if you'll know once it stops making money.
Yeah.
But people are willing to go back to the movies to see change. I already pre-ordered my tickets, bro. I'll be there Thursday night.
I want to go see it for sure. I saw something on Twitter. Obviously, everybody loves the trailer. Nobody had anything bad to say, obviously, which is great.
I saw someone said, no one cares if you don't like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Get that weak shit out of here. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
goddamn national treasure. So they said movie Bane is the best villain of all time, right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Something like that. It might not be that, but then they was like, I don't know.
They had some quotables with it.
Because Green Goblin threw the bomb at Aunt May's house. It was telling her to finish the prayer. Finish it! And she's like, it will deliver us from evil. And
That
she
costume
passed
was
out.
awful, though.
It was pretty bad.
The Green Goblin costume?
It sucks.
Bro, when Peter threw that punch and he caught it, what'd he say? Impressive. Hey, that nigga bodied that role, bro. I get why they compared the two, I guess, maybe, but I mean, Bane definitely had quotables. The football scene and
Gotham is yours.
oh nah. I'm telling you the coldest
darkness in your eye, that one.
bro, that's cold. But the coldest shit that nigga did was one of the a rich evil motherfucker hired him to do something.
Right.
So he was like, "You stand down. I'm telling you to stand down." The nigga just put his hand on the nigga's shoulder. He's like, "You think you have power?" I was like, "Bro." Because in that moment, I didn't know if he meant like he could literally dice through this nigga neck, or if he could like just hit him so hard they'll break his neck, or his hand was just so heavy. I don't know what that was supposed to represent.
It was just basically being like, choose your words, next words carefully.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I thought it was to show how strong he was, and his hand was so heavy that the dude felt his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what I don't know, but that shit was crazy to me. That's very subtle.
I think the Joker is better than Bane.
Joker was cold.
Look, so my thing with Bane is they didn't use the real Bane though. He was just a guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I did watch. I started the Harley Quinn shit on HBO Max, the cartoon,
Oh, it's great.
and they make that Bane sound like the Bane from the movie. It's fucking hilarious. But I went back and watched Batman 1989 the other day because it's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I must say, man, for all the credit Jack Nicholson gets for being the Joker, there was a lot wrong with that Joker,
Yeah.
in my personal
But
opinion.
back then, there was no precedent.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
Also, honestly, that series of movies is probably the most comic booky movies you'll ever get. By colors and the way it looks, how goofy. Because you could see Michael Keaton going kapow when he kicked somebody.
Right.
This motherfucker had to turn his whole body to turn his head because his head.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Which is why they made a callback in The Dark Knight. He was like, I want to be able to turn my neck. Because they were even still using that type of cowl. And
yeah, they used a biker helmet style.
Yeah, which is dope. Everything about that. And Michael Keaton's first Batman costume, he was wearing Jordan 6s. Mm-hmm. They built the suit with the 6s. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that whole thing, Prince made the soundtrack, bro. I mean, what else?
Yeah. Yo, it was, I just watched the interview because I guess Michael Keaton has a movie that's coming out or that's out
already
right now.
out, Protege.
Yeah, Protege. And they asked him, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. He was like, how does it feel being Batman again? He's like, fucking awesome.
Yeah, but then I remember he was talking about, he's like so confused by all this like multiverse shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, the great thing about it, and he was like, where I fucked up at the first time making the film is that I thought I actually had to be in shape. Like I could have just been skinny and it would have worked because the suit makes you look like you got a 35 pack and shit. So he said he was working out. And Jack Nicholson was like, he walked up on him. He's like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm working out. And Jack Nicholson was like, why? And then he just walks off. Like, he don't even stay to hear his answer. He just walks off. And Michael Keaton was like, you're right.
You're right, Jack.
Yeah. Like, why am I working out? The suit does all the work. But he said you do got to be, the suits are heavy as fuck, obviously.
Yeah.
So he was like, you do got to have that shit on. But, yeah.
Well, nowadays, those motherfuckers get ripped as fuck.
Yeah.
Christian Bale got pretty.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty
have you
cut.
seen Chris Hemsworth? That motherfucker is ginormous.
Yes.
Yeah. But the thing about Christian Bale, didn't he do that boxing film before Batman or after?
I think it was in between some of them.
Bro.
Because I remember he got so skinny.
Bro.
He was that crackhead. And then he also did a movie called The Machinist.
That was before Batman, yeah.
Yeah, that was a horrible movie. But he got like down to like
90
not
pounds.
90 pounds. It was-
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Did all that work for
How do you do that fast? I know you got trainers and shit. I need to get me one.
Look, when you got money,
You could do whatever.
and but also,
That's your job.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all day, that's all they're working on is getting
But
to the
that's
role.
discipline too. I don't want to just make it sound like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
yeah, but I'm saying-
shit, you going through your diet right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if I didn't have an 8-hour chunk where I had to do work and I could work on my physique, it would be it would be a lot quicker.
Yeah,
process.
that's what your body was built around. But
Yeah.
we got jobs and shit. We're grown ups.
Like, my job isn't to prepare for a role.
Exactly.
I'm not getting paid to go to the gym.
Right.
You know?
Fuck. Yeah. I had a session with Armani last week, and he noticed like my, I'm trying to, chisel out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, you lifted weights, you losing weight. What's going on?" I was like, "Nah, man," because we were talking about work
Yeah.
and text messages. He was like, "Yeah, man, I think I'm gonna stay at my job maybe like 3 more months, and I'm gonna quit." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know, because I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone in my job." But he never came back and asked me, "What do you mean by that or why?" But what I meant was I'm able to be active like 8 hours a day, and slim down or whatever the case, and I'm getting paid. So it's like I'm getting paid to work out. I literally think about work like the way to think about work is, no matter what, I have to get this done. So
Yeah.
might as well do it. So that's why I actually enjoy tossing the truck, like throwing out all the box, because I'm actually in there moving and
Getting a workout.
yeah, and I'm like, shit, I'm getting paid to do this. You know what I'm
CrossFit,
saying?
baby.
Yeah. So shout out to Lowe's.
Shit, I ran 2 miles a day.
Crazy. Let me see. The best app I have on my phone in my adult life is definitely this fitness, because I look at it every day.
Oh, the Fit app.
Yeah, the Fit app, right? So like, I was standing for 11 out of 12 hours yesterday. Took 17,360 steps.
8 miles.
8 miles. 3 flights climbed. That's all. That's from
Shout out Apple Watch.
12
Yeah.
a.m. until right now.
That's what I do on mine. I just track my steps.
Yeah, I love this shit, man. Me and my parents be having little competitions and shit,
Comparing notes.
seeing who took what, how you did. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. Hell yeah. But the thing is, I eat the same shit all the time, so
Yeah.
I don't lose any weight. The calories that I burn around the same type of calories. I'm not losing any weight.
See, I'm actually on a diet and I'm working out. I'm trying to lose weight. My
Yeah.
face started skinnier.
Yeah. I can see it on you, baby.
Oh yeah. No, my benchmark is my suits. Like I said, I fit my fucking wedding suit, no problem now.
Right.
That means I'm skinnier than I was at my wedding.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
that deserves it.
So the next one's that baby blue suit.
Yeah, man. Just keep at it.
You lost a lot of weight.
You lost a lot of weight, yes.
I almost want to say, are you sick, my man? You know what I'm saying?
Man. No, diet change. My kids got diet restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to cook one meal.
Right.
4 or 5. So it's like gluten free. I don't eat out a lot.
Right.
A lot of chicken, whole natural
I know about that
foods.
chicken.
Yeah, whole food is natural, man. So
I know about that.
I walk a lot and drink a lot of water. I don't drink a lot. I don't do drugs.
See,
anymore, so-
working overnights fucked me up in the sense of like I drink more sodas now
Yeah.
and like
yeah, cut
Monsters
some
and Red Bulls and shit.
Yeah, I drink all natural energy drinks and stuff like
Oh,
that.
Celsius?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and,
V8 Energy is
and
great.
like XY Science or some stuff like that. They
Word.
started the HEB, but like cut out sugar. So I used to drink like 3 Red Bulls a day.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what's
It's like
crazy?
100 grams of sugar.
These 0 sugar drinks taste really good.
Yeah.
No, Dalton, it's not like a diet
Have
drink,
you
bro.
had vitamin water 0 sugar? That shit
No,
is
that
gross.
one's horrible. But like the
Sunkist, 7
the,
Up.
the body armor.
Oh,
the,
I'm not drinking any soda, bro.
That one's good, but no, I drink
I'm just telling you what
water
I know.
and that, man.
No,
I'm just telling you what I know.
I've been drinking
Water.
water, juice, I got my little athletic greens drink that I drink.
Yeah, I
every
saw
morning.
that.
You had that curry shit the other week, last week.
It's not a drink though.
Oh, you weren't supposed. It came out soupy. It was supposed to be.
Yeah, I
soupy.
fucked that up, but I made it right now. I didn't know you were supposed to shake the bag.
Right. Get all them ingredients.
There's like stuff in there that thickens it up, but I just scoop from the top. It was like I basically just cooked rice.
Yeah,
But
that shit had the whole house smelling like
curry.
Yeah,
It does smell like curry. But yeah, we shake it up, it gets all thick and shit. But yeah, no. I've been on a very strict diet. I run 2 miles a day.
play tennis.
I do play tennis when I can, but everybody keeps flaking on me.
I wouldn't flake if I
Yeah, I don't hear it.
if I didn't work.
I know, but yeah, they flake on me all the time. So I
If we
tried.
played on Saturdays, you know I'd go.
We can play right after this. I don't give a fuck.
I don't have any clothes though. dog.
Excuses. Excuses.
You got some clothes
See?
for me?
Flake.
You got some clothes?
I'm around a bunch of flakes.
If you give me some clothes and some shoes, I'm not wearing these on tennis court. Got me fucked up. But I will go play. If you want to go play, I will go play.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna give up. I'm probably gonna do about 3 sets. Call it a day.
You're not doing 3 sets.
Oh, you don't know who I am.
There's no way you're playing 3 sets of tennis.
I was bullshit. I meant like hit the ball 3 times. And then quit.
Yeah, 3
That's
sets.
what
I was
meant.
like, you played a full match. Okay.
Hold on. Hello,
Oh my god.
the podcast.
He always does this.
Yeah.
It's part of the aesthetic though.
Fuck Jordan
I'm glad
Peele.
Shelby and Tari are having fun in there.
Yeah, you know.
Can I call you when we're done with the podcast? Was it a bad film? Was the film bad?
Oh, Candyman. She must have saw Candyman.
She saw Candyman. She said the film is too good. Fuck fuck Jordan Peele because the film is too good.
Jordan Peele, Nia DaCosta directed it.
Nia DaCosta, how you say it?
Nia DaCosta.
Nia DaCosta directed
He
it, but
produced
Jordan
it.
Peele
Produced
produced
it,
it.
yeah.
The trailers were amazing, so.
I don't know.
Nia DaCosta's doing the next Captain Marvel movie.
She said fuck both of them. But I'll
Interesting.
call you when we're done with the podcast. All right.
So
Bye.
she said fuck them because it's too good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Women logic.
Yeah,
Turn
that's
it.
exactly what I was going to say. Women logic. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but we're here for it.
100%, man.
Where are we at on there? Yeah. Man, that
hour
podcast
21.
kind of went.
Zip by, didn't
Yeah,
it?
a little bit. How do y'all feel? I'm gonna end on my story time because it's some funny shit.
All right.
I'm not gonna say the girl's name. You know, like verbatim, but I didn't tell you.
Okay.
How's y'all spirits though?
My what?
Your spirit.
Oh, I'm great.
Everything's good.
Oh man, you know I'm good.
Yeah, I know you good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Spirit good with you?
That's my days, but yeah, for the most part, I'm good, man.
Whenever I'm able to, that episode's gonna be nuts.
Oh yeah.
So get ready.
I'm gonna be ready for that one.
I'm gonna have a baby bottle pop. I gotta order those off of like,
You go.
bro. That was the most dumbest
But we bought
candy
them,
that
bro.
made. Yeah, you goddamn right. Like you got the candy on the top was like,
And like the dipsticks.
yeah,
and all
bro.
that.
You can't.
You know which one I used to like? Push
What?
Pops.
Oh yeah, those are tight.
Those are cool. Yeah, those are cool. I still have a bag of a Big League Chew.
Oh, that's still good.
What the fuck?
For like
I went
20
to that.
seconds.
I went to that nostalgia store over there.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
never opened it. I just put it in my
Wow.
drawer.
You can enjoy
It's still
that,
in
yeah.
there. I wonder how. I still got it. I got the green. I used to pick the flavor, not by the flavor, but by the character on the.
I just like bubblegum flavor. I don't like fruit gum.
Yeah.
Other than
I don't like
the zebra one.
What
but-
flavor is bubblegum flavor? It's called bubblegum.
It's
Like
just
it's
bubblegum,
supposed to
yeah.
be like, yeah. All right, so we at 1 hour 23 minutes.
Yeah,
so
so tell
I'll
your
end on
story.
my story.
Let's do it.
So Justin, you recall that day on Twitter when Dalton made the missing poster for me?
Yes, I recall.
Okay, so I was dating a woman at that time.
Yeah,
I'm not dating her
I
anymore.
don't
You
think I
never
ever
met
met
her?
her.
No, it's probably for the best. So we ended on very bad terms. Very bad. But this is why the terms were bad. And the only reason why I want to tell this story is because A, it's hilarious. And anytime I tell this story to another woman that I've been involved in as well. But I'm just joking, y'all. I love y'all. All my bitches love me. But anytime I tell a woman, I never even had to be sexually involved with a woman that knows me.
Right.
They're like, what the fuck? Like, so I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah.
Alright.
Y'all can laugh, but I'm just letting y'all know.
No, I already know. So
Yeah, I
get
know you
ready.
already know. So this was the day before I left for my vacation.
Okay.
All right. Me and Dalton went to go play volleyball with Shelby and her coworkers or whatever. Right.
Okay.
We had a gay old time. that's gonna tie into the story later. So we're out there having a good time. Blase, blah, skip. The woman that I was talking to at the time texted me random.
Unprovoked.
At first, she called and was like, "What are you doing? Where you at?" I told her where he's at. She said she was gonna look it up. I knew she wasn't coming. I didn't really care. Whatever. So then after that, 2 hours go by. She texts me, "I feel like you're not living your truth." I look at my phone and I'm like,
I see his face too, because I didn't play volleyball.
"Yeah, he did."
I was because Shelby told us to not come dressed. So
Right.
we did not wear-
Yeah, we was wearing jeans and all that
Yeah,
shit. I
so-
wore these shoes. I took them
played?
off.
Did you
I
play?
took them off. I played.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the boy.
He
I
got a concussion almost.
Oh yeah, boy, it was bad.
But,
I went up for a backwards dive to the spike, and I just all my weight
Yeah,
brought me
fell.
back down to the ground.
But-
Gravity's a bitch.
I watch his
100%.
face as he's getting these messages because he's sitting right next to me.
So just unprovoked. You're not
Unprovoked,
living
yeah.
your truth.
He's just like, he's just-
yeah.
I see him. He's like,
Yeah, so I'm like, my first response is I'm out there, I'm playing volleyball in jeans. I'm having the time of my life. You hear me? You know how free you have to be to play volleyball in jeans, competitive. I'm not just out there being cute. I'm trying. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sweating. You heard? So I was like, I don't know what this means, but it seems like you want to break up or whatever. So just do your thing. I'm loving my life right now.
Right.
She sends back question mark. See, I can't talk to you. You always get like this and like that. I'm like, man, I don't look. This shit unprovoked. And my life is amazing right now. I'm playing volleyball in jeans. Like, you gotta let me. I'm feeling something right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't step on my joy.
sand volleyball, by the way.
Sand volleyball. It was heavy out there now. So we going back and forth. I'm like, yo, you're this way, you're that way, you're this way. She coming at me. I'm like, everything you saying about me is a straight up motherfucking lie. Like, I don't know where she's pulling her information from, but if you ask her, she got it first person.
Right.
Like, she wouldn't tell me who the first person was, but she apparently she's talking to my friends, and my friends feel a certain type of way about me. They're too scared to tell me because of how I react and all this other shit. But me and you never gotten into like any type of friction. I wouldn't say like, Kris, you fucking up. You need to. And I never. I
No.
mean, I got on to you one time,
Yeah.
but you know why.
Yeah. I need it.
Yeah, that was we because I didn't know what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know what we was doing, dog. And I was like, it was like that. It was like the wood. I was like, nigga, are we doing this or are we not? Because nigga, what time so I could be there? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So anyway, I don't get into it with my friends.
Right.
Like, they're, you know, if I am, which I keep myself in check.
Right.
Like, I don't overstep the boundaries of my friendships, or I can bring a total stranger that I know around y'all and know that person not gonna go back and be like, Kris act totally different with these people than he do with me. It ain't gonna be that with me.
Right.
Ever. Like, around people, your friends that I met through you that I'd never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
If they saw me today, they're like, that nigga the same way I met him.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know where you getting this from. So what she meant by I wasn't living my truth, she told me that I was bisexual. She told me that I am bisexual. So I was like, oh, word, when? When did that happen? Like, I'm very curious. When did you discover this about me? Like, because maybe it's some subtle shit. I don't know. Maybe, you know, it's just my personality or whatever. I wear head wraps and
Jeans
paint my
too
nails
tight one
and
day, I
jeans.
don't know.
You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you picked up, but I'm letting you know this is all. You heard? I'm dropping weight. You heard? So I'm like, yeah. I was like, nah, that's not. You know, look, I'm gonna be honest. I never denied it at first because I was just so thrown off by the notion. I didn't even feel like that was something I had to defend.
Right.
I'm like, bitch, I didn't put my dick in and around her mouth. Like, so I'm like, what are you talking? And even if I was bisexual, like, she didn't even think I was like morally sound enough to let her know, like, yo, I just got done doing something with David. You might want to go get checked because we went to Pound Town. Like, she don't even think I'm not that type of person. Like, bro, I'm not gonna fix myself a drink and drop a Xanax in it and tell Dalton to drink it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, Dalton, there's a Xanax in there. I don't know if you want that. You know what I'm saying? That's just type. So I'm first of all, bitch, you don't even know me. You didn't take the time to get to know me. You're making all these assumptions. I don't know where they're coming from. I'm not defending that because even if I was, you would know that because I don't hide nothing. It's cocaine, Adderall, drinking, drug, whatever. I do it. Come talk to me. I'm an open book.
Right.
There's nothing off limits for me personally. And she didn't do that. So I'm like, okay, you think what you want. I'm good. I'm finna go play volleyball. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of funny that you're playing.
Right. In jeans too. Like that's, I mean, she might have saw me in jeans. I had my jeans rolled up like all high. Maybe she could have got that one off if she saw me. You heard? But she's so that argument continues. What was that, Saturday till, whatever. Get on the flight, blase blah. I get back from the trip.
Right.
I don't talk to her the whole time. She texts me one day, enjoy the trip, whatever. I'm like, bitch, you are so fucking weird. Like, how you go from I'm bisexual to enjoy your trip? Like, it was too much. I get back from the trip that Friday. I talked to her Sunday night.
Right.
By this point, I'm over it. Like, I don't even, like, I went and did some other shit, We talk Sunday. We going back and forth. Actually, the text message that let me know this had to be comedy and I'm breaking the fourth wall. She said, the reason why I said you're bisexual is because you don't fuck me. So it's either you're bisexual or you don't like me. So I said, well, I'm not bisexual, so. Oh my mom! Like, I swear to God, look, when I get into it with women, I delete the thread. Like, as soon as another thread start, I just start swiping. I wish I would have kept this shit. I think I do still actually got the screenshots. Cause I think I sent them to somebody, Dev maybe, but
damn.
So I was like, yo, it ain't because of that. But realistic, and I'm gonna be completely honest today, right here, right now, StepBrothers podcast. Everybody listening, y'all know this. I live at home with my parents. Okay, my dad is from Jackson, Mississippi.
You don't play that shit.
He was raised a certain way. He just allowed me to start bringing women up to my room like 2019, and I was with this girl. She was there all the time, but he actually said, Kris, son, I'm okay with her going upstairs. Any other girl, I would just do it and deal with the consequences. But he said, I don't care if she go up there. Okay. You know my dude. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, pops, whatever. So this was the first woman that I started dating that my parents knew.
Yeah.
And she was going upstairs. Now, my dad is so anal. When he knows that I have a girl upstairs, he will not go to sleep. Cause he listening. That nigga want to know. I caught you. I got you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, young lady, I do not want it's not even about me. My dad is the type of nigga, he not gonna pass the message along. He gonna tell you himself. And I didn't want there to be an awkward situation where my dad would have been like, hey, come downstairs. Cause he done it before. He did to Jonathan, did to Kesey's, like, come down here, I need to talk to you. Like, we're all upstairs, but he calls them downstairs. So I'm staring upstairs like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you? But anyways, he'll do that. And I didn't want him to do that to her because she already felt like my mom didn't like her shit. By the way, mothers are always right.
Most of the time.
So about women, like, they right a lot of times. So I didn't want my dad to do that to her.
Right.
For one, I'm 29. It's just embarrassing, but this is my situation. I got to do what I got to do to maintain my situation. I also knew I couldn't go to her parents' house. Beautiful home. Pool, just it's nice. I wish I would have got to dip just my pinky toe in that pool. It didn't last that long. But I wasn't going to go to her house and try to take her to Pound Town because I don't want to disrespect
Her
house. So I made suggestions. Yo, let's just go get a room and do this. Like, you know, whenever we feel like, I'll pay for it. I don't care. Nigga, I'm balling. I'm not balling. But I was like, if we gotta go get a room, let's go get a room. It wasn't gonna be like no budget suites, Motel 6, Studio 6. I was gonna do something nice.
Holiday Inn, man.
Yeah, holiday. Yeah. But she declined, and I accepted that because I know most women feel like you got to go hotel room. You're ashamed, but I don't have my own.
I think already implies that. Like,
Yeah. But you were my woman. Like
Yeah.
I claimed you. It wasn't none of that. This is just our situation.
correct.
And this is how we're going to flourish through that. So I told her that before she came at me about being bi, and I told her after. So I was like, you're making up shit in your mind. I can't do anything about that. Like,
Does this girl do drugs?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't want to disclose her
Information.
Yeah.
Cause she had to be on some shit.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. But that whole bisexual thing threw me for such a loop.
It's wild.
But it's not even because of the accusation.
Right.
It's the fact that you don't think I'm gonna keep it like all
I'm
the
buck with you.
like. I don't like. Who are you to lie to? You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Like I'm not afraid of any consequences that will come behind me telling the truth.
Right.
It's the truth. It's not my truth. It's not her truth. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get. But I just want to give y'all a laugh. So yeah, from now on, I guess you call me bisexual Kris because she got all the answers that I have no. But again, remind you now, most of the women that I've dealt with in my past were really good friends.
Yeah.
And I've told all of them this, like, yo, I had to ask because I was like,
Are you crazy?
am I crazy? Am I
No.
giving that vibe off? Because,
No.
I don't know. I'm just being me. Maybe me was a little, I know I'm Bridge has always called me flamboyant.
But no one has ever asked me, is Kris gay?
Right.
No one's ever asked me.
Yeah.
Well, Steph's grandparents, his grandparents thought I was gay.
Oh, okay.
Or they asked him about it, and he was like, nah. I was like, I mean, I don't mind the question being raised, but don't assume it. Don't put that on me.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Ricky
don't,
Bobby?
Yeah, don't claim that to be what. Rest in peace, Michael Clark Douglas, man. But that's just crazy to me, man. That was wild. I haven't had a wild breakup like that in a long since you.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, since you've been gone. But after we had that show and I was talking about me and the girl I was dating not working out, and you were super drunk. You said, Kris, man, you gotta live your life, man. Just fuck that bitch. I was like, bro, she's right here. You don't remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, it don't sound like it's up there, but that story is really up there.
That's rough. That was a rough one.
You remember that? We was at your dad's house.
It's at my house.
And she was just I love you, baby girl, and everything you got going on right now.
She got kids.
She got kids. She good.
Married, all that shit. Shout out to her. But yeah, man, that shit threw me for a loop, and I started thinking like, I had to hit up a lady who's involved with the LGBTQ plus. I was like, yo, am I this or am I that or is this? Do I give you that? She was like, no, you just dress nice. Like that's it.
That's it.
And I was like, okay, all right, you will know better than anybody. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yes.
You know she's gonna listen.
Yeah,
And not gonna save you.
No, please don't. Don't make any of this the clip though. Say this for the end. Like, don't let them see this.
No. I'm
Because if we promote this on Twitter, it's gonna get crazy.
I think it's for a great next podcast.
You know what we should do though? We should find a way to get all my exes
No,
on this
One at
couch,
a time. One at a
and
time.
we just work through it.
I think we can do it somewhere else. Not here.
Oh, you scared it's gonna go down?
Not here. We can do it somewhere else,
Yeah.
like a full production, and then make sure there's like a
wall between you.
wall.
The most important thing about a relationship, as I take this last shot, man, is communication.
Good.
Keep a good line, man, because if not,
I can already tell you the one thing I'm gonna hear if we do that episode.
what?
See, this is your problem. we gonna hear that a lot.
You think everything a joke, Kris?
Yeah. So
I mean, shit.
Life is good.
Life is good.
All right, guys. Well, I got to bounce.
Okay, man, we're finna close it. Justin, thank you and your lovely wife for coming to see us today.
Always.
It's been a pleasure.
enjoy
Thank
your
you.
reunion.
Yeah.
You're officially old now.
Yeah, I'll be 30 next year. It's crazy.
Your fucking high school reunion.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Y'all doing it big for y'all reunion too.
Yeah, they just changed the venue on us. So I got to see what the fuck that's about.
All right. Well, that's it from us.
Yeah.
And as they say in Nardwar's world, doot dilute doot. Yeah, you gonna do like the artist and hold it? Okay.
And we out.
Say doot doot. Just say it.
Doot.
There you go.
Turn the camera off, Nick.